You've received a small favor from someone before. Coffee paid for, no reason given. A ride that was nothing. A compliment that came out of nowhere. And a few days later, that same person asked you for something bigger. You said yes, even though you didn't really want to. That wasn't a coincidence. That was a technique. And it has a name. Stick around till the end, because after this video, you won't accept a small favor the same way again. Your brain runs on an invisible rule. It's thousands of years old. And it says this: if someone gives you something, you owe them something back. That's called reciprocity. It's not modern politeness. It's survival. In early human groups, sharing food with your neighbor meant they'd share with you later. Anyone who didn't pay it back got pushed out of the group. And getting pushed out 50,000 years ago was almost a death sentence. So your brain learned this the hard way. Paying back favors isn't manners. It's survival wiring, hardwired deep. The problem is, that instinct can't tell the difference between a real friend and someone using you. That's where the technique comes in. A manipulator doesn't open with what they actually want. They open small. A compliment, a favor, attention that looks free. That triggers the old rule in your brain. An invisible debt gets created. You don't even notice it, but part of you is already thinking, I owe this person something now. And that's exactly when the real ask shows up. A bigger ask, one you'd probably turn down on its own. But with that debt sitting there, your brain looks for a way to even the score. And saying yes becomes the easy way out. There's a name for this in psychology: reciprocity manipulation, sometimes tied to the door-in-the-face technique. Trained salespeople use this constantly. A free sample at the store isn't generosity. It's opening a tab. You try the cheese, you feel like you owe something, and the odds you buy go way up. Relationships work the same way. Someone who's overly generous, too fast, too early, might not be lucky. They might be opening an emotional line of credit to collect on later. Here's the part nobody tells you. Reciprocity itself isn't bad. It's the foundation of friendship, trust, human cooperation. The problem isn't paying people back. The problem is paying them back without realizing you're doing it. A real manipulator doesn't use a genuine favor. They use a calculated one, the right size, the right timing, to open a door you'd have kept shut if they'd asked directly. The difference between a friend's favor and a manipulator's bait comes down to one simple question: would this person expect something if I never paid it back? A real friend, no. A manipulator, yes. And they'll make that clear, in a subtle way, the moment you say no to the bigger ask. Think about this in your own life right now. Someone who, out of nowhere, started treating you really well, too fast. A boss complimenting you out of the blue. A partner being generous before asking for something big. A friend who only shows up once you already owe them one. This doesn't mean every kindness is manipulation. It means you now know how to spot the pattern, and spotting the pattern is what gives you the power to choose, instead of reacting on autopilot. Next time someone gives you something you didn't ask for, don't refuse out of paranoia. Just pause. Ask yourself, am I paying this back because I want to, or because an invisible debt is pushing me to? Because in the end, that coffee someone paid for was never about coffee. It was about opening a door, and now you know where the key is.